Welcome to Spirit Fire's Full Moon Meditation, and welcome to your meditation and the gift of meditation to the world. We gather together at the full moon times to do just that, to gift the world with our meditations, to gift the world the harvest of our meditation practice. And so we are in direct correspondence with the September full moon and Virgo, the sign accepted by many people around the world that is right now. And if it is not Virgo, then we are celebrating Leo, which we would do with the sidereal calendar. To look at the energetics, we take a few minutes and we do just that. We look at the energies that we are focusing on and what we will bring into meditation. So thank you for joining me and Spirit Fire. It just so happens that in addition to the full moon, we have several retrograde energies with the planet. I won't go into the detail of them, but instead, if you would just take a look at this number of planets plus the very large and very important asteroid called Chiron, that thus making 5 altogether that are retrograde, and give the when they go direct. Now, what does retrograde mean from an astrological point of view? It means that the energies of that particular planet are directed inward. And so, just as we often will hear more kind of press, if you will, being given to a Mercury retrograde, which we're in right now, which happens 3 times a year for approximately 20 days at a time. The retrograde energy of Mercury reminds us to take time to research, to reflect, to ensure that we do not jump ahead, but take the time to kind of reintegrate all the parts of something so that it can be the current whole that it is, and whole in our mind as it is. Well then, what is important in those words is the RE part. And so if we know anything about astrology, we would look at each of the planets that are retrograde and we would put RE in front of the words that are associated with them. So as an example, Uranus is associated with design, inventiveness, with out-of-the-box thinking, intuition, and such. So you would put RE in front of that and truly get out of the box, but do so by coming inside to the natural intellect that we have within, that intuitive capacity, that intuitive intellect. And we would, from there, reorganize, redesign, reintegrate whatever Uranus has been bringing forward for us. Neptune has to do with our emotions largely. And we want to understand how fully the Neptunian waters, like the oceans themselves, are the largest part of our planet, and our waters, our emotions, our sentiency, our sensitivities, generally are the largest component and largest directing factor for a human being. So a Neptune retrograde offers us the opportunity to get to know that, get to acknowledge that in fact we are probably more emotional, more sensitive, more sentient than we often give ourselves credit for or take responsibility for. That our reactions and responses are what directs and creates our karmic path with others and our karmic nodes of interaction with others. So Neptune is very important, and as it goes retrograde, and as it is in a retrograde cycle, it offers us the opportunity to reflect upon our sentiency and our sensitivities, our emotions, and understand how they are, in fact, probably the greatest component of us. Pluto is retrograde, and Pluto has to do with our sense of power or powerlessness, that which we exert control over, and that which we have no control over. Pluto is the energy of eruptions, and so we could have an acne eruption or erupt in a volatility, but it is that which comes from deep inside and displays itself in a very powerful, powerful way. When Pluto is retrograde, it is a time that often we have a powerlessness in our life. Something is completely out of our control or is being made very obvious that something is out of our control. And to fight that is unwise and will not change a thing. And so a retrograde Pluto pulls us inside, very directly so, almost like an earthquake would bring tall buildings down and bring them into a chasm in the ground. Well, similarly so, Pluto retrograde is going to bring us down. And especially if we think that we had any control over something that is larger than ourselves, then, again, it will be futile. Chiron has to do with the dream world, the psychological realms in which we navigate. It has to do with the spiritual realm as it wants to integrate into our life evermore and have our life become an expression of our spiritual presence. And so when Chiron is retrograde, it is often a time that is a necessary opportunity to really reflect on one's motivations, one's aspirations, along with Neptune, one's hopes, dreams, and wishes. And if any of them are predicated upon a reality check, and if they are not predicated upon a reality check but are just fantasies in our mind, hopes, dreams, and wishes, then Chiron, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus all are reporting, let them go. Get wise. Change your mind and use Mercury to do that. So we have this great opportunity as the full moon is upon us to take a look inside, take a look at what's going on energetically, and look at your life. And if any of what I've just described is going on in your life, remember what Daryl Montini used to say, the astrologer from Boston: it is a fool who is ruled by the stars, it is a wise person who rules them. So let us not be fooled. Let us be the wise person. The equinox approaches. It is next week. And the equinoxes simply equal hours of daylight and night. From an esoteric, energetic point of view, we have twice a year where there is equilibrium. And in many respects, I think that is very telling, because for a human being, it is rare that we are actually in equilibrium. There's highs, there's lows, there's ups, there's downs, there's excitement and disappointment, there's worry and doubt, and and when things are just going, perfectly as they can. So again, from an esoteric point of view, the equinox offers us the opportunity to once again reflect on our own equilibrium, our equipoise, our sense of equanimity with all people and all beings. If we have any prejudice or bias or bigotry by which we live or have certain ideas in that regard. Well, from an esoteric point of view, the equinox reminds us that we are all equal on this earth, and everyone is equally needed and equally necessary for the proper functioning of humanity as a whole. To Virgo, then, Virgo is a sign of the harvest. We planted the seeds in April and May, tilled the soil, and weeded all through the spring and the summer. And the tomatoes have all been harvested now, and the threshing of the wheat and such as that is now upon us. So there's a great bounty of the sunflowers and the flowers and the red peppers and the fruit on the vine, and this is the time to take stock. Harvest is also a law. It is the result and of cause. So cause result are a cosmic law. It is a law that cannot be escaped. It is a law that governs all existence, that brings into expression and manifestation all the seeds, all the energy qualities that we have put into motion. And so Virgo, as a sign, once again offers us the opportunity to reflect, because it is a sign of the harvest, where literally we have the harvest in our backyard garden, we have the harvest of the fields, and that harvest reminds us that all of this is there because of the seeds that were planted. And even if it's an apple tree or a pear tree, a seed was one day many years ago planted, and everything has been cultivated, pruned, weeded, been taken care of. And because it has, then there is a harvest. And because there is a harvest, there is things that can be stored and put away properly and see us through a long winter. Well, if we take all of that and we think on it and meditate with it from an esoteric point of view, then we are left with and brought to the fullness of the ripening of the law of cause and result, colloquially called karma. That karma and cause result are neutral, that there is just as much positive karma, beneficial results, as there are the challenges in our life, and maybe there's even more of the positive and the beneficial. Certainly if we are living in a home, have our needs taken care of, have running water, electricity, food on our in our larder and in our refrigerator, then there's far more beneficial karma that we are living than any challenge. Equally so, then, as we think about the storage factor, putting things away for proper storage so that they'll be there in the winter, then this also speaks still of cause and result. Now the harvest, which was a result, becomes the new cause. And if it's handled properly, as in the case of putting away for storage and putting up for the winter, then we won't go hungry in the winter, and nor will our family. And when we think about that from a karmic point of view of the law of cause and result, then it simply says that that which is our current moment is the perfect and only moment for positive interaction, for beneficial interaction, knowing that this moment is in fact the new seed, the new plexus point for the future that is to come. Virgo also represents the mother and the child. It is a sign given to us through all religious traditions, all spiritual traditions, where the purification of the feminine principle, the purification of the matter principle of us, of our mind, our emotions, our physical body, our spiritual aspirations, and our motivations, our virtues have them be forefront and well honed. All of these then are the womb from which the child of consciousness, the child of ripened awareness, is born. So whether it is from the Greek Orthodox tradition, which this image comes from, or it is from Isis and Horus, it is from the Buddhist tradition, it is from the Hindu tradition of Mother Durga, it doesn't matter. The various traditions have all at their core the same story to tell, and it is the one about us, that we are the mother of our childlike nature. We are the protector, the nurturer, the womb in which that childlike nature, that child of pure consciousness, is brought forward. Which leads us then to the mother of Buddhas. There are again several world myths and world stories that give us the allegory of the virgin birth. The one of Mary, mother of Jesus, is one among several. And if the mother of a great being is not a virgin, she is chaste, she is pure, she is spiritual in nature, as it was with Mother Maya of the mother of Buddha. So what we are to take from that is to build upon what was just said about the mother and the child, and to realize and to further build upon the idea of cause and result as a cosmic law, and to take into meditation that truly every moment we are the mother, the womb gestational source of our awareness, that we and every moment is the mother, the birth point of our awakeness, of our enlightenment, of our enlightened activity, of our virtuous daily actions, of our ways by which we can bring forward through compassion and wisdom and creative activities and collaborations, we can bring forward the harmony of humanity upon this world. So in that way then, we are the mother to our Buddha nature, as well as we, and each moment that we experience, is the source point mother, the source point of, again, our own enlightened path. And then we have the Mother Earth, and we'll bring all of this into meditation with Mother Earth, who, for all her expressions of creation, for all the animals and insects and volcanoes and mountains and rivers and streams, for every grain of sand along the Ganges and every grain of sand along the great Amazon. Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, is completely pure, completely radiant, and, to quote a Buddhist text, not stained nor separated from stains. In other words, she's not stained by, she's not made impure at all by the various forms of fecundity that she holds within her heart, mind, and the womb of her creation. Yet nor is Mother Gaia separated from any of her creation, including each of us. So this is a profound thing, I think, to actually meditate with, and that then helps us understand something about ourselves and our capacity. We too have the capacity, because of pure awareness, to be the expression of pure, unstained awareness itself, and yet interact with the world, our life, our responsibilities, and all the people that we uh, interact with. Doing so, then, we look upon the world as one world, a world that is not separated into nations and clans, etc., that is not bound by borders, but we look upon the world as one world, one sentient whole, of which our sentiency is a vibrant and necessary part. And we look upon humanity as one whole, of which we, every moment of every day, are a vital, necessary part, and our awareness and our responsibility for our awareness is so important. In that way, then, are we the very seed of goodness through our life, through its expression, through every single moment. And in that way, through each person, is a harvest of harmony, human harmony, brought forward. We meditate then, with a smile, and in respect of these bones and muscles and the Mother Gaia that gave us these bones and these muscles, we sit well. We take a long, slow, deep breath together. We settle, breathing in and breathing out. And then with the breath we light our heart, and we connect heart to heart with a golden band of light. With the breath we light the ajna center at the brow, and we connect ajna to ajna with a golden band of light. And with the breath we light the crown center, and we connect crown to crown with a golden band of light. Thus are we one heart, one mind, one willed intention. I think we can already feel the power of this full moon and of the group field. So with a breath, let us alight our mind and light it from within. Let us hold for a moment the contemplation that the capacity to alight the mind, the capacity of mind itself, of intellect and awareness, is a harvest that we experience every single day. And let us remind ourselves that what we think upon, how we entertain ourselves, in what ways do we spend our mind, in what ways do we organize it, in what ways do we feed it, that all these are the tilling of the soil of the mind that will create the harvest of intellect, intuition, and ultimately even enlightenment. But that is only possible if we are aware of the seeds and the nurturance and the weeding and the tilling of the soil of our mind. So as we sit and we meditate, let us remind ourselves that we are sitting, we are meditating, we are using our mind in this way. And then let us realize how powerful the seed of the heart is, and that it is constantly also utilized through the intellect and the mind. Let us realize the seed of the heart and the harvest that each of us is already living in our life, of good fortune, of good friends, of ease or comfort in whatever ways that we do. And let us further realize that just like a flower, which one single flower will produce 100 or more seeds, then equally so, every act of kindness, respect, and collaboration produces a great number of offspring and offshoots and further replications of kindness and collaboration. So let us realize for a moment the flowering that is happening every time we are respectful, every time we are kind and courteous, every moment that we are interacting with collaborators and associates. And then let us take a long, slow, deep breath and realize that in this way we are necessary. Because as humanity creates a harmonious, radiant, collective existence, then we produce upon our planet the harvest of that. And the harvest of that is harmony with all other creatures, harmony with our Mother Earth, a collaborative effort of one life. So in this way is everyone completely necessary, but necessary to live from this light. Live from this childlike awareness that is also our Christ and Buddha nature. Let us breathe deep and lift our awareness and meditate on the purpose of being human and realize that we are one with our Mother, Mother Gaia. And the childlike nature of our awareness is a wisdom beyond comprehension. It surpasses all time, and so although it is called the childlike awareness, it is not. The enlightened capacity of a human being is pure sagely existence. We meditate on our necessity and the capacity of bringing forward the childlike Buddha and Christ nature of our awareness, so as to assist our Mother Earth in every way. We breathe in, we breathe out and meditate. With the breath, lift even higher and deepen your meditation all the more. And know that that is possible only because of the harvest of meditative practice that you might have given yourself not only in this lifetime, but the gift of meditation practice in previous lives. And so lift, deepen, empty, and hold yourself as pure, radiant awareness, birthed from the womb of experience and practice, birthed from the womb of compassion, respect, and aspiration. And then hold yourself as we as a group hold ourselves accountable as meditators, as we become the harvest within humanity of the capacity to focus as light. We breathe in, we breathe out, we meditate. The Master DK has given us the keynote of I am the mother and the child. I, God, I matter, am. This is a keynote for Virgo. I am the mother and the child. I, God, I matter, am. In this statement is equanimity, is evenness, that mother and child are equal in importance, equal in value, and equal in pure enlightenment potential. That the mother gives birth to the child, yes, but the child is the progeny, is the result of the mother and all her effort. And that every moment is the possible birth point, is the possible awakening for each of us. Thus, every moment is equal in value, equal in importance to bring forward the child. I, God, I matter, am. The transcendent and the immanent are equal in value. The conventional or relative and the absolute or ultimate are equal in value. One is not better than the other. Neither is illusion, neither is delusion. The delusion is to put importance on one and negate the other. And so, as we hold our meditation for another few minutes, hold yourself in this equanimity that the seed, the conditions that bring forward the seed, the tilling of the soil and the protection of the new growth, as well as the harvest and that which is put into storage, all of it is equal in importance. If we make one more important than another, then the whole linkage is lost. It is broken. I, God, I matter, am. That which is transcendent is immanent already. And that which is immanent, that which is our identity of ourself, is purely and wholly transcendent, is ultimate and divine. We meditate on the equanimity and the full range of our wholeness, and thus the wholeness of all existence and awareness. We take a long, slow, deep breath to complete our sitting and offer it to the well-being of all beings, to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, and to all the future, knowing that the seed that we've just planted of sitting together, of honoring this moment in the full moon, of reflecting and contemplating on that which we have and holding ourselves in meditation, that these are seeds and will produce a harvest. That is guaranteed. Love you all. Thank you for meditating. Bring it all into your life, a life of living awareness. Love you. Create a beautiful day.